dear one. Welcome to Just Breathe. Today, I'd like to talk about your biggest challenge, and it is you. So, let me start by giving a context here. In daily life, many people feel challenged by the situations out there, by busyness, by having a lot of things to tend to, and the natural tendency when living through that kind of challenging perspective, when having the perspective that these things are somehow dangerous, that you have to keep alert, that you have to somehow protect yourself, this leads to going out, to being out in the tasks, out in the busyness, as if you had hundreds of sentinels posted in each of the thoughts, in each of the activities that you are going about. And this happens because when, as children, we start experiencing things that are painful, that make us feel somehow helpless or lost or alone, the natural tendency is to go out. So we depart the body that seems to be the dangerous place, and our consciousness lies then in different spheres. There is the imagination, where we create beautiful stories, where we live enchantment and dreams of how things should be. And then there are also the fears. So we create fears based upon what we hear from other people's stories and also upon our own experiences. And therefore we create this habit of going out whenever we feel challenged. But once we start choosing to come back home, to be here, because out is survival mode. And once we start tuning in to our infinite source of wisdom, to our intuition, to our essence, then we start feeling life. And life is quite different to survival. In order to live it, it requires our presence in the now moment and right here. So a consciousness shift has to occur. But the big challenge is that despite knowing this, whenever you find yourself within that challenging landscape that you have been perceiving as something that presents a challenge for you, your challenge is not the things that seem to be going on outside. It is being able to be aware of that habit, of that pattern, of that mechanism of survival, and choosing to not go into it. Because your only way out is in. Your only way out of that feeling that everything is challenging and requires effort and suffering and all of these things, the only way out of that is coming back into the safe space in your core. And so my recommendation is feel your presence, breathe deeply, come into a still, silent place within you, and let yourself just stay there, huddled and cuddled in the warm embrace of your essence. allowing your essence to show you a new perspective, to embrace all of that which you were so far not accepting about your reality, to do the forgiving, which from the point of view of the essence is even not necessary because it has no judgment, to do the receiving, the transmuting. Just stay firmly riveted in the arms of your essence, as that which you perceive to be the storms of daily life go on, and you gently allow yourself to shift your perception and to realize that when you are in that safe space, in deep connection to your profound wisdom, worry disappears. You no longer perceive those things to be an effort or a struggle, and they actually start changing. Those things start changing because you change your frequency, you change your consciousness, and therefore energy serves you in a new way. You are your biggest challenge. And the biggest challenge is to not be seduced by effort of constantly going out of you to survive your life and to just fall into life within you so that you can live it. With a full breath, live it entirely. I always recommend just breathe. And just in case you don't know, I have quite a few compassionate breath practices, not only here on my YouTube channel, but also on Insight Timer, where I have a page called Tanya Castillo, LHO, where you can find many practices to help you in this process of staying here, now, within, conscious and aware of yourself in your physical body, on earth, in your reality. You are what creates the alchemy around you. Thank you, and see you next time.